Hello friends, a warm namaskar and welcome to the world of palmistry. And I'm your palmist friend Reema Arora. Today, as I promised you in my last video that when we talked about our relationships with our parents, I promised that I will be bringing up a next video in which we will be discussing the rest of our relationships. So today I will be taking up all the relationships that we hold in our life. But first of all, we should analyze what type of a person we are. For that, we have to analyze our this area. This area is the subconscious mind. And when we see this portion, the area below the heart line, this is the upper Mars area. The mount of Mars lies over here, and this indicates the person who is talking. For example, this is you or this is me. The more this mount is developed, the more this mount is neat and clean, the more the person has a positive attitude towards each relationship. This represents our thought process. The person's thought process is this. What do you think about your relationships? What do you think about your friends, about your colleagues, about your in-laws, about your parents? This indicates that. So we should always keep this area neat and clean and keep a healthy relationship with our each and every relationship. And when we come to the other side of the palm, this area represents our friends, our colleagues, our brothers, sisters, our cousins, etc. So when this area is neat and clean, and this area is also neat and clean, so we maintain a very healthy relationship. In that case, our relationships are very strong, they are very good and well maintained. But sometimes we find that there are bending lines on this area which create disturbance. So those show that these are negative lines which are impacting our thought process because of our brothers, sisters, our colleagues, or our friends. They are interfering in our life so much that they are creating problems for us. In that case, we should be strong enough to handle this situation. These lines can be removed by our thought process. The more the positive we will think, the more we will not let them interfere in our life, the more these lines will be removed and we will be having good relationships. In the same way, sometimes a dark line comes out of this area and it reaches the social zone. This area which is left from both the mounts is the plane of Mars, and this is the social zone. When a dark line enters the social zone, it indicates that these relationships are affecting us on the mental plane, on the emotional plane, on the physical plane, on the practical plane, in our professional life, in our personal life, in our social life, or our workplace. So we should be cautious about that. We should take precautions. We should handle these relationships very carefully. Now when we come down, here comes the mount of Venus. When we see the mount of Venus on the upper area, if there are disturbing lines, these are the area which represents, this is the area which represents our relatives. All the relatives that are in our life are sitting over here. Now they should stay inside. If they touch our lifeline, they start interfering in our life and disturb us. So these lines which are formed over here inside indicate that somehow, somewhere or the other, they are trying to create a problem. But you have kept a margin that you cannot interfere in my life. But if these lines touch the lifeline, it means they have started interfering in your life. And these relationships are creating problems for you in some way or the other. In the same way, when we come more down, just take the center of the thumb and come down, and you'll find a dark line over here. So in some hands, this line may be missing. A missing line indicates that this is the line of the in-laws, and a missing line indicates that you have got very good relationships with your in-laws. Either you don't interfere in their life, they don't interfere in your life, but you have got cordial relationships. They don't depend on you, you don't depend on them, you both have a good bonding, and somewhere or the other there is a healthy relationship. But if there is a dark line, but it is inside the lifeline, it means that you are concerned for them. They are concerned for you, but in a healthy way. This is also again a very good relationship. It's a healthy relationship. In some way or the other, this relationship indicates that you will be having a good relationship with them. So this line is a very big promise indicating what type of relationship you have with your in-laws. Now if this line touches the lifeline, somewhere or the other it indicates that your in-laws are interfering in your personal life. So you have to create a boundary line over here, otherwise your personal life will be disturbed. And if this line crosses the lifeline and reaches the social area, it means this relationship is being activated in the social zone also. Your in-laws are interfering so much in your life that your professional, your personal, your social life is getting affected. So you have to take a precaution and be careful over here. In the same way, when we come down, this is the area of your neighborhood. and your friends. The more these lines are good, there are standing lines on this area, the more the better the neighborhood. The more this mount is well developed over here on the lower part, the more you have got a good neighborhood. The more the neat and clean this area is, the more the good neighborhood. The more the standing lines, the more you have healthy relationships with all persons, all people in your neighborhood, all friend circle. So this whole hand and this area of the mounts indicate somewhere or the other your relationship with your parents, your friends, your colleagues, your brothers, sisters, your cousins, your neighbors, your in-laws. So you can actually guide a person where there is a problem, what is lacking, what needs to be improved, in which way can these relationships be made more healthier, and with that we can improve relationships. So out of the box today I talked about relationships in my second video again. In my first video I covered the parents relationship, and today I've covered all the other relationships. I hope you like my video, and I'll be sending you more and more videos in the near future. Thank you for listening to me. Have a blessed day. Thank you and God bless you.